In this video, I wanted to show you the key features and all the pros and cons of Poco M4 Pro. At the time of this video, the phone costs about 220 euros in the EU, but prices may be different in other regions. First, the design. The M4 Pro uses a plastic frame and a plastic backplate. However, the overall build quality is very good and the phone is comfortable to hold in the hand. As usual to all glossy surfaces, the backplate is a huge fingerprint magnet, so be ready to clean it quite often. I tested IP53 splash-proof rating in the rain and the phone has been working just fine. Now let me show you guys how this phone looks like next to other devices. Here is how the M4 Pro looks like next to the X4 Pro. It is slightly shorter and narrower. The M4 Pro has similar dimensions to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10, which has a nicer matte backplate. Lastly, here is the M4 Pro compared to the Redmi Note 10 Pro. The latter phone is slightly larger. Check out dedicated videos of these phones on my channel and subscribe so you won't miss upcoming videos. The M4 Pro is relatively thin and light as it weighs less than 180 grams, but it has a huge 5000 mAh battery that can be recharged in 58 minutes with a supplied 33 watts fast charger. The battery will easily last you 1 or even 2 days depending on how you use the phone. I ran a video playback test at 100% of screen brightness and I played a video that was stored on the phone's local storage. I used VLC player. The result? Over 15 hours of SOT. In day-to-day usage, expect to get about 8 or 10 hours of SOT. The Gorilla Glass 3 protects a 6.43-inch AMOLED screen that uses a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is a nice sweet spot between the motion smoothness and battery consumption. The display quality is very impressive considering the price of the phone. It has a wide color gamut, a high contrast, and up to 1000 nits of peak brightness that assures good outdoor visibility. When it comes to cameras, the phone uses a triple lens system with a 64 megapixel shooter at the core, 8 megapixels ultra-wide, and a 2 megapixels macro lens. On the front, there is a 16 megapixels camera. Other key features include a fast and accurate fingerprint reader that is embedded into a power key, an IR blaster, a dual SIM and a dedicated micro SD card slot, a headphone jack, and a pretty good sounding pair of speakers. When it comes to hardware, the M4 Pro uses MediaTek Helio G96 chipset. You can go up to 8GB of RAM and up to 256GB of storage. I found the day-to-day performance of the phone to be good as it feels nice and smooth most of the time. However, I experienced some stutter in the UI when there were quite a few apps running in the background. On the other hand, I didn't notice any major lag. The device runs on the MIUI 13 that is based on Android 11 and we have all the usual Xiaomi features and customization options. One of my favorite features, you can program the power key to open up certain apps and features by simply double tapping it. When it comes to gaming, the phone performs fine, but expect to see some skipped frames in titles like Asphalt 9. Other titles like PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty run without any issues. Daylight images taken with a wide-angle camera lack detail and sharpness, but the main shooter takes really nice photos. A 64 megapixels mode gives you a ton of resolution for cropping and I love the quality of images too. A 2x zoom software option is useful but it's digital, so don't expect stellar results. Portraits usually look nice, but you might see some artifacts in some of the shots. Macro shots look okay, but the amount of sharpness is limited to 2 megapixel sensor. Night mode is available only on the main lens and in 2x digital zoom mode. The overall quality is pretty good, but most of the images could definitely be sharper. Selfies and selfie portraits usually come out nice and they will look good on social media. The front-facing shooter performs okay in low light if you manage to find some street lighting. It is quite disappointing that there is no 4K video recording. On the other hand, the 1080p video is nice, stable and smooth even when shot handheld. The 1080p selfie video looks pretty good and sound recording quality is decent. This is 1080p video and this is handheld video, no stabilization tools. So this is how it looks like. Lighting conditions are pretty good. Overall, the Poco M4 Pro is a nice budget phone. The key shortcomings include the lack of 4K video recording, there is no night mode on the wide-angle camera, and the same wide-angle shooter could produce sharper photos, but I don't have any other major complaints considering a low price of the phone. With the Poco M4 Pro, you're getting a nice-looking device with IP53 rating, a high-quality display, pretty good overall performance, great battery life with fast charging out of the box, the main camera performs great in good lighting, the speakers sound fine, and the MIUI brings plenty of features and customization options. To sum up, the Poco M4 Pro is a solid budget phone that offers a lot of value, and its shortcomings could be overlooked considering the price. What do you think about the Poco M4 Pro? Would you buy this phone or would you choose another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.